You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
A group of unsuspecting vacationers is staying at a bed and breakfast on the outskirts of town. Little do they know, they're about to undergo a most frightening experience. You are now entering the writing zone.
I just saw a ghost.
That's ridiculous. Ghosts don't exist.
Yes, they do. In fact, I'm going to write an article to the New York Times explaining to everyone why ghosts do exist.
You are gonna write? You don't know anything about writing. I'll do it for you.
Okay, fine. Let me tell you what happened. I was in my room, and the sheets started rippling, and then this ghost just kind of...
Yeah, just stop right there. I think I know what you're gonna go to. Here, how about this? I'll start from the middle. I may be able to say that ghosts exist because once I actually saw one. A ghost looks like a person, but if you touch it, it's actually very filmy because it's not really there. Once my sheets started moving on their own. And I can tell you that ghosts exist because I saw them with my own two eyes. In closing, ghosts are real. I saw them.
Son, it sounds like you don't know how to write much either.
Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm an English teacher, and let me just say that middle was the worst middle I think I've ever heard.
Oh, really?
You need to have a sure sense of your audience. If you're submitting this to the New York Times, you can assume that your readers know what ghosts are. You don't need to define it. Also, you need to make sure that you have the 5 essentials. 1. A well-defined thesis. 2. A clear strategy. 3. Strong evidence. 4. A clear narrative line. And 5. A persuasive closing. Yours had none of those. You don't have a strong enough evidence to successfully persuade me that ghosts exist. Secondly, your thesis should be absolute. Don't say, I was able to. Also, your strategy is all wrong. The concluding sentence shouldn't be in your first paragraph. And while I'm at it, your narrative could use some cleaning up. You should be sure to use this and make sure that your conclusion flows nicely.
Now what you've just heard are the 5 essentials to writing a good essay. I'll review each one now. First, a well-defined thesis. You want your thesis to be clear and controversial at the end of the opening paragraph. Remember, your thesis is a firmly held opinion. Second, a clear strategy. Know your plan of attack before you begin writing. If you can prove 2 points, A and B, you can persuade us that your thesis, C, is probably valid. Third, strong evidence. Use quotes and, if necessary, do your background research. Fourth, a clean narrative line. There shouldn't be any bumps. Continuity is key. And fifth, a persuasive closing. It should be succinct, bold, and complete.
By using arguments for support, and then grouping your ideas together coherently.
Okay, so arguments. Alright. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, well, I was in my room, and at first the door slammed shut, and then the sheets started moving, and this ghost started to come towards me. I even took a picture. See?
Now we have evidence for support. Keep going. What else happened?
Okay, well, the pots and the pans in the kitchen started banging, and the shutters on the windows started rattling. All of a sudden, it got really cold, really fast.
Oh, okay. So, for my first paragraph, I'll talk about your experiences. My second paragraph, I'll pull evidence from other newspapers talking about ghosts being real. In my third paragraph, I'll talk about everything and tie it all together.
Now we're talking. Your coherentness and your tactile structure and your support of evidence is so admirable.
Thank you.
The Twilight Zone will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Is your life consumed by writing superstitions? Are you kept awake at night worrying about your writing? Do you worry about using but or and as the first word of your sentence, even though this is actually a simple, fast, smooth, and unobtrusive way to begin a sentence? Well, fear not. English Alert is the perfect system to keep you from worrying about silly superstitions. Simply push the button to hear advice from a real-life English professor.
English Alert! Can I use a contraction in my paper?
Sure, it's possible to be both informal and serious at the same time, but use them in moderation.
Help me, English Alert. Can I use the word you to refer to the reader?
If you need to, go for it. Say it without embarrassment like you would in conversation. You wouldn't want to be referred to as the reader, or worse, not referred to at all.
English Alert! English Alert! Can I use the first person pronoun I?
Certainly, using I makes your writing more personal. Let your personality shine through. Be yourself. It's perfectly okay to place yourself in the background.
Thanks, English Alert! You're a lifesaver.
We're back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who reads the New York Times? A bunch of 5-year-olds? Because that's who it sounds like you're writing for.
What are you talking about? This is beautiful.
You need to think about your audience when you're writing. You're writing for a bunch of well-educated adults. You should use a serious tone instead of bantering. You also need to use elegant diction instead of simple. And for your argument, you should use a subjective argument rather than objective because you're using personal stories and you need to take those into account.
Okay, I think I can do that.
The Twilight Zone will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Hey kids, you know what the hottest dog on the market is? Me! Punch me in the stomach, Kenny! I'm not only fun to play with, but parents, I'm educational! I can even help your little students improve their writing! Did you know you can end a sentence with a preposition? When you're trying to convey a point through rhetorical structure, it could actually help your argument if you use it at the end.
Thanks, punch me in the stomach, Kenny!
I'm not just beneficial to kids. Adults have incredible experiences with me as well.
This doll improved my writing so much, I got a raise.
You don't need to worry about whether or not to split that infinitive. It's okay to do it. It usually sounds better, it allows you to emphasize the part of a sentence you want to, and it lets the adverb stand right next to that verb to enhance its modification.
Awesome.
Punch me in the stomach, Kenny is fun for the whole family. You can even write a paragraph containing only a single sentence. It can help you emphasize a crucial point, dramatize a transition from one idea to the next, or it can give your reader a much appreciated mental rest.
Thanks, punch me in the stomach, Kenny!
You'll never have a chance like this again. Order a Punch Me in the Stomach Kenny now for only 5 payments of $19.99. And shipping and handwriting online. Write better today. We're back.
Article is continuous, right?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. It's going to have my name on it, and I want it to sound nice and smooth.
She's right. You can use transitional phrases to add continuity between your points.
Transitional phrases include however, therefore, moreover, above all, instead, and also.
Thanks for this. I think I finally have the right tools to create a stellar article.
We'll finally prove once and for all that ghosts do exist.
Here are some final tips for writing the middle of your paper. Number 1. Ask yourself the question, what does it finally add up to? Your essay is the reply, and the one-sentence answer to this question is your thesis. 2. Picture, if you will, your essay is a case, and you are the prosecuting attorney, and your reader is a highly skeptical jury. 3. To prove your case, substantiate your evidence, one claim at a time. 4. Signpost your argument throughout your article, and for example, say 3 examples of why ghosts exist. First, this way, your reader knows exactly where you're going. 5. Assert, then support. Throughout your essay, examples and facts are what will convince your reader. 6. Limit yourself to one major point per paragraph. And 7. View the opening sentence of each paragraph as a bridge sentence, a sentence that smooths your way into the next paragraph.
The Twilight Zone will be right back after a word from our sponsors. This season on Ghost Adventures.
This English room is definitely haunted. I can feel it in the air. Did you get that?
Come on, Ghost. I know you're here. Do I scare you? I know you're here. Come talk to me. I know you're here. Does my energy scare you? I know you're here. Does my repeated use of the same phrase at the end of sentences scare you? Respond to my antistrophe. Ah!
I was in my house and the TV turned on and the lights started flickering and the alarm started going off and the windows were rattling and the door slammed shut and...
Ma'am, slow down. Your lack of calmness and your repetition of the conjunction and says enough. Any woman who uses polysyndeton is definitely trying to convey her point.
We will find the ghost. We will get the proof. We will find out what these spirits want. My lack of conjunctions through the use of a syndeton will make this ghost venture successful.
Alright, so we're gonna split up. James, you'll go in the living room. Alex...
We're back.
Let me just get back to my paper here. Whoa, what the? Somebody already wrote my paper!
It was the ghost!
I am the ghost. I am the ghost.
Wrote my paper!
Wait. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Come on, I'm not kidding. I didn't have eyes. I got my frozen teeth. Are you ready?